Is your skill saw doing this? Throwing massive sparks off of your brushes? Well, I'll show you how to diagnose that and replace it. Okay, so most likely what's wrong with this is that the armature is burned up. The armature will get burned up from overheating the saw or some other reasons, but that's the most common, is you ran it too hot and burned up the coils in the armature. So we're going to take it out and test it, but just seeing those brushes spark like that is pretty much definitive that that's what it is. And the armature for this runs around $70, so I can get a saw that's worth a couple $100 or almost $200 back in business. And this saw is my favorite saw. I've owned this thing forever. They run forever if you don't abuse them. And I built my house with this saw, my barns with this saw. It's just, you know, it's been a long time friend, so I've got to get it back up and running. All right, first thing we got to do is get this off. So we have to take this retaining E-clip off like that. Then you pull this up and off, and then we just loosen it up, just like that. So now that's off. Be sure to keep those parts all together. There's a little washer right here that we're going to grab off. Then we can just swing that up out of the way like that. We'll loosen these up off the back. Now we want to pull the brushes out. Take your cap, your brush out. So there's a lot of brush left there, so it's not your brushes. Okay. Alright, and that separates the back half from the front half. This is the armature, and I think this is what's burned up. So now I'm going to get a multi-tester and I'm going to test it. Now there's different tests that you can run on the armature, and I just did all those and I didn't show them to you because it was extremely boring and it didn't show anything. So we're still going to go ahead and replace this, and I'm pretty confident that's what the problem is. Now before you can pull this, it sits down in a hole here and goes into the worm gear, and there's oil in here, so we got to drain this oil out. And you loosen this plug and then just turn it up and let it sit over a bowl or something to drain out, because it's real thick and it's going to take a little while for it to run out. Alright, so I got a little bowl here and I'm just going to turn it up and let it sit on that and drain. Alright, so that's got it drained out of this portion. Now I'm going to go ahead and put that plug back in. Now we have to open up this part right here because there's a nut in there that we have to get loose. It's going to be a little oil that lingers in this part. It's on the other side of the bearing. Okay, so I'm going to drain that into this bowl too. We got to knock this bolt right here loose. So we're going to use a 9/16 socket, and you're going to have to hold the armature with one hand. Okay. It just took a little persuasion to get that out of there. This spline is what was holding it up in there. Alright, so this is the portion that we're going to replace. Now I wanted to tear this down before I ordered the parts, just in case I found something else that I needed, like a bearing or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back on to keep the oil in there, keep it clean. There's a little O-ring that sits right down in here. It may have come out on your It may have come out on your armature here, but make sure that O-ring's in good shape, because you may need to order that part too. This one's still nice and flexible, so I think it's going to be just fine. Okay, so here's the armature, and this is what we're going to order. It's got this little bearing on the back, and this bearing is actually in pretty good shape, but to get this bearing off is going to take a really small bearing puller. The ones I have won't go up underneath here, and I would suggest you just go ahead and buy another one. This bearing costs about $4, so it's just really not hardly worth messing with. Okay, so really all I need to order here is just this armature, and I can get this back together. Be back to you when it comes in. So the new armature came in, and so now I just need to prepare it to go back in. So I'm going to take the O-ring that we took off of the old one and slide it on. And I bought a new bearing. It was only $4. The old one actually was just fine. I could have just put it right back in there. But to install it, I want to put the screw end down on a piece of wood so I don't damage it. And then I'm just going to take a block of steel and lay on top, because you want this bearing even with the end of the shaft, and then just tap it. There we are. Okay. So now we're ready to insert that into the housing. Now these splines have to mesh up with the worm gear, so as you go in, you'll probably have to rock it back and forth to get it to line up. And there we go, we're lined up. Now we need to come back around to this side, and I just put that cap back on because I didn't want oil to ooze out. Okay, so now just take the lock nut and put it on the end of the shaft. That's that. And you gotta hold. Now we got to put the housing back on. Down in the bottom, there's a little thrust spring, and it goes with the legs up like that, and it goes down in the very bottom. Just like that. Okay, now be sure this is kicked back out of the way, and then we're just going to slide this on. Just like that. Put your screws back in. Alright, now we'll put our brushes back in. Be sure you get these little legs right here fed down into the channel. Get your springs straight. Put your cap on. Okay, so now we've got to replace the locking mechanism. So we're going to take a thin washer, and I lost one of mine, so I'm going to use that one. Put it there. Another thin washer. Then we put on the acorn nut. And lock it down. That's actually pretty good, I think. I want it a little higher, actually. go up one click like there. Yeah, perfect, just like I want. All right, and then we put the E-clip in. All right, now it's moment of truth. We'll fire it up. There we go. Working like a champ. No sparks. Get it up here where you can see. There we go. Okay, that is great to have that back working. You know, you have a tool for a long time. I've had this well over 30 years, and it's worked like a champ for me. Built my house with it, built barns, and it's been a part of every project I've done around my place. And you know, it's just good to have it up and running again. Anyway, I hope this was helpful to you, or at least interesting. Thank you for watching.